Success-inspiring quotes. Inspirations can motivate and inspire us when we need them the most. Positive thinking is vital to a happy, successful life. If you grumble and think negative thoughts about every situation, you will focus on the negatives of every circumstance. You won't see any positives. You will miss out on opportunities to grow and change. Positive thinking is an effective tool for improving your life. You will become a better problem solver and leader by changing your mindset. Over time you will feel motivated, inspired, empowered, and confident to tackle any task. You will also be happier and healthier. While reading through this collection, write down the quotes that inspire and motivate you. Read them aloud after writing to grasp their significance and meaning. These inspirational quotes may help you when you need encouragement and motivation. Write them down, read them out loud, and share them with others. Positivity is powerful. When you feel happy, your body produces a chemical called endorphin. Endorphins are released when you think positively. When you believe negatively, you release a different chemical called cortisol, which will affect when you're feeling down. It's hard to focus on positive thoughts. Inspirational quotes can help you bounce back on track. Endorphins are wonderful. Both cortisol and endorphins is produced naturally in the nervous system. Here are some inspirational quotes, including short statements and realistic anecdotes. Life-inspiring quotes. People tell you the world looks a certain way. Parents tell you how to think. Schools tell you how to think. TV. Religion. And then at a certain point, if you're lucky, you realize you can make up your own mind. Nobody sets the rules but you. You can design your own life. Carrie Ann Moss. Some women choose to follow men, and some choose to follow their dreams. If you're wondering which way to go, remember that your career will never wake up and tell you that it doesn't love you anymore. Lady Gaga. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. Alan Saunders. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. You are the sum total of everything you've ever seen, heard, eaten, smelled, been told, forgot. All there. Everything influences each of us, and because of that I try to make sure that my experiences are positive. Maya Angelou. Positive thinking quotes. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Susie Kassem. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. Walt Whitman. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you're willing to do. Your attitude determines how well you do it. Lou Holtz. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius. Provoking inspiration quotes. These motivational quotations aim to motivate action. These quotes might help you be your best self. Positive thinking will lead to success. These quotations can help you perform well. Read them to get motivated. Internal change precedes exterior change. Start today and see your world transform. You are who you are meant to be. Dance as if no one's watching. Love as if it's all you know. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. James Dean. You do not find the happy life. You make it. Camilla Eyring Kimball. You've got to dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it. Heaven on Earth. William W. Perky. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. Folks are usually about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Abraham Lincoln. Inspirational quotes for the darkest moments. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Aristotle. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Dale Carnegie. You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. Unknown. Fairy tales do not tell children that dragons exist. Children already know that dragons exist. Fairy tales tell children that dragons can be killed. G.K. Chesterton. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. Michael Altshuler. Inspirational quotes from fairy tales. Just because it's what's done doesn't mean it's what should be done. Cinderella. With a smile and a song, life is just like a bright sunny day. Your cares fade away. Snow White. It's no use going back to yesterday because I was a different person then. Alice in Wonderland. When we get to the end of the story, you will know more than you do now. Hans Christian Andersen, The Snow Queen. The most important thing in life is to stop saying, I wish, and start saying, I will. Consider nothing impossible, then treat possibilities as probabilities. Charles Dickens. Quotes about taking a risk. Learn as if you will live forever, live like you will die tomorrow. Mahatma Gandhi. It is only when we take chances, when our lives improve. The initial and the most difficult risk that we need to take is to become honest. Walter Anderson. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. Move out of your comfort zone. You can only grow if you are willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. Brian Tracy. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair. Daily inspirational quotes. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. Helen Keller. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Fear is nature's way of warning us to get busy. Dr. Henry Link. The man who has confidence in himself gains the confidence of others. Hasidic proverb. What you lack in talent can be made up with desire, hustle and giving 110% all the time. Don Zimmer. Fake it until you make it. Act as if you had all the confidence you require until it becomes your reality. Brian Tracy. Excellence inspiring quotes. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection we can catch excellence. Vince Lombardi. Let us make our future now, and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality. Malala Yousafzai. The best way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. Leaders set high standards. Refuse to tolerate mediocrity or poor performance. Brian Tracy. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. Vince Lombardi. These quotations can help you succeed. We become what we think about. Earl Nightingale. There are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits you place on your own thinking. Brian Tracy. Inspiration comes from within yourself. One has to be positive. When you're positive, good things happen. Deep Roy. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Helen Keller. Develop an attitude of gratitude. Say thank you to everyone you meet for everything you do. Brian Tracy. Self-confidence quotes. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Marilyn Monroe. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Nelson Mandela. Remember always that you have not only the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. You cannot make any useful contribution in life unless you do this. Eleanor Roosevelt. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. E. E. Cummings. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. Zig Ziglar. Albert Einstein quotes. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Albert Einstein. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Albert Einstein. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used to create them. Albert Einstein. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. Thomas Edison quotes, "Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. There is no substitute for hard work." Thomas Edison. A genius is often merely a talented person who has done all of his or her homework. Thomas Edison. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas A. Edison. When you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this: you haven't. Thomas Edison. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. Thomas A. Edison. Winston Churchill quotes, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Winston S. Churchill. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston S. Churchill. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Winston Churchill. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Winston S. Churchill. Motivational MLK quotes. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King Jr. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Martin Luther King Jr. Humanity-wide motivational quotes. War is not the answer, because only love can conquer hate. Marvin Gaye. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Joseph Campbell. Light tomorrow with today. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination. Never limit others because of your own limited imagination. Mae Jemison. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Martin Luther King Jr. The time is always right to do what is right. Martin Luther King Jr. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Martin Luther King Jr. World-changing quotes. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Maya Angelou. People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Rob Siltanen. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. Warren Buffett. Leaders think and talk about the solutions. Followers think and talk about the problems. Brian Tracy. Work motivation quotes. If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Steve Jobs. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. Michael Jordan. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Steve Jobs. Entrepreneurs are great at dealing with uncertainty and also very good at minimizing risk. That's the classic entrepreneur. Monish Pabrai. Integrity is the most valuable and respected quality of leadership. Always keep your word. Brian Tracy. Inspirational sayings. Self-doubt kills talent. E.D. McClurg. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. You get what you give. Jennifer Lopez. Your life only gets better when you get better. Brian Tracy. Happiness is not by chance, but by choice. Jim Rohn. Success motivating quotes. The only limits you have are the limits you believe. Wayne Dyer. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. Marie Curie. Do what you can with all you have, wherever you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Change the world by being yourself. Amy Poehler. Change the game, don't let the game change you. Macklemore. Stay positive quotes. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Og Mandino. Things work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. John Wooden. It hurt because it mattered. John Green. Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. Zig Ziglar. Make sure your worst enemy is not living between your own two ears. Nitya Prakash. Positive motivational quotes for life. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. Dolly Parton. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way, if you let it. Lindsey Vonn. Every moment is a fresh beginning. T.S. Eliot. Real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Muhammad Ali. Stay on track quotes. Life has got all those twists and turns. You've got to hold on tight enough. You go. Nicole Kidman. The effective leader recognizes that they are more dependent on their people than they are on them. Walk softly. Brian Tracy. One of the lessons that I grew up with was to always stay true to yourself and never let what somebody else says distract you from your goals. Michelle Obama. Surely, in the light of history, it is more intelligent to hope rather than to fear, to try rather than not to try. For one thing we know beyond all doubt, nothing has ever been achieved by the person who says, "It can't be done." Eleanor Roosevelt. It takes courage to examine your life and to decide that there are things you would like to change, and it takes even more courage to do something about it. Sue Hadfield. Forward motivating quotes. Every closed door isn't locked, and even if it is, you just might have the key. Search within to unlock a world of possibilities. Sanjo Gendai. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Sylvester Stallone in Rocky Balboa. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Mahatma Gandhi. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life, it goes on. Robert Frost. I think goals should never be easy, they should force you to work, even if they are uncomfortable at the time. Michael Phelps. Quotes to motivate a new dream. Waiting insistently in front of a tightly closed door is unfair to all of the open doors. Give a chance to the open doors. Mehmet Murat Ilden. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who'll decide where to go. Dr. Seuss. You make a choice, continue living your life feeling muddled in this abyss of self-misunderstanding, or you find your identity independent of it. You draw your own box. Duchess Meghan. Success motivating quotes. When a person really desires something, all the universe conspires to help that person to realize his dream. Paulo Coelho. Optimism is the one quality more associated with success and happiness than any other. Brian Tracy. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. Maya Angelou. While one person hesitates because he feels inferior, the other is busy making mistakes and becoming superior. Henry Link. Imagine your life is perfect in every respect. What would it look like? Brian Tracy. More motivational quotes. The key responsibility of leadership is to think about the future. No one else can do it for you. Brian Tracy. To see what is right and not do is a lack of courage. Confucius. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. Thomas Carlyle. Make your life a masterpiece, imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do. Brian Tracy. My best friend is the one who brings out the best in me. Henry Ford. These words are a lift. They can help you address challenges head-on. I wish you every success in your reaching your goals. Send a message to admin@cultivateselfmastery.com and let me know what happens. I look forward to hearing about your success. Now take massive action and get massive results. But encouragement continues. Visit www.cultivateselfmastery.com as I have more to share to improve your confidence and keep you focused on great